Hey guys, I sell merch now. Link in the description. Check it out. Thanks.
Hey guys, what is going on? It's Lazarus here, back with another MLB The Show 19 video, and today we're going to be going over my predictions for this Friday's upcoming roster update. Now, since the last one was pretty crazy and featured a lot of upgrades, I'm not so sure we're going to see as many in this week's, but there are still some guys that definitely deserve to get upgraded. And those are the guys that I'm going to be talking about in this video. So without wasting any more time, let's go ahead and get right into it. So we're going to start things off here with the catcher position. And the first catcher we're going to be looking at is Omar Narvaez from the Seattle Mariners. And so far in 2019, he's putting together a really nice year with a line of 293, 366, and 500. And he's currently sitting at a 70 overall. But I do think he could get a slight increase to his hitting stats. His power stats should definitely get a slight bump, considering the fact that he's already over halfway to his 2018 home run total, which was 9. And with an upgrade like that, we should see him going up a few overall points. Next up, we have Wilson Contreras, who just continues to rake so far this year. And although he already got an upgrade last week, or 2 weeks ago rather, he's still someone you should be keeping your eye on, because if he continues to play like this the whole year, then it's not out of the realm of possibility that he could go diamond, but that's going to be a very hard thing for him to do. He's just going to have to stay consistent. I don't really think he's going to get upgraded again this week, but this is more of a just watch out, see what happens, maybe invest a few stubs into him kind of pick. Alright, now we're going to be moving on to the first base position. First player we're going to be looking at here is Cody Bellinger yet again, as he continues his absolutely ridiculous April. He currently has 14 home runs, and it's not even May. I think we should see another increase in those power stats, which will lead to him going diamond. If not this week, then very soon. The next player we're going to be looking at is Hunter Dozier from the Royals, who's actually a third baseman in the game, but MLB.com says he's a first baseman, so we're going to go with what the website says. And he's absolutely killing it this year so far at the plate, with the line of 349, 444, and 699, and being at only a 68 overall. I think we're going to see an increase in those hitting stats, which should bring him up a bit. Our next player is Christian Walker from the Arizona Diamondbacks, and they've been playing pretty well lately as a team, and Christian Walker has been a pretty big factor as to why. He currently has a line of 316, 385, and 633, along with 7 home runs. Also sitting at a 68 overall, like Hunter Dozier, he should see an increase in his hitting stats because of how good he's been doing so far. So he'll definitely get a slight bump as well. And our final first baseman is Yankees player Luke Voit, who just won Player of the Week actually for his 4 home runs and 10 RBIs. And after an okay start, he's been absolutely crushing it lately, and I was surprised to see he's only at a 74. A slight increase to those hitting stats, and we should see him make his way into the silver tier. Now moving on to the second base position, first player we're going to be looking at is Jeff McNeil from the Mets, who's been a pleasant surprise for them, off to a very nice start this season with a line of 355, 434, and 484, and I don't expect him to get a huge upgrade, but if he keeps playing this way throughout the course of the season, we could definitely see him maybe bumping up to gold. However, for now I think he'll get a 1 or maybe 2 point upgrade. The Rays have been playing pretty good so far to start the year, picking up right where they left off last season, and one player that's been important to that success is Brandon Lowe. Currently, he has a line of 291, 347, and 581, with 6 homers and 17 RBIs, and he's sitting at a 69 overall in the game, so I think with a little bit of an increase to those hitting stats, we're going to see him increase in overall. Moving on to third base, our first player is going to be Alex Bregman from the Astros, and although he already is a diamond at an 86 overall, he's been playing pretty good so far. I wouldn't expect him to get a huge upgrade, but maybe we could see him getting maybe a 1 point overall upgrade. Since he's already that high, it's not going to be too much, but you got to give credit where credit's due. Our next third baseman is Yandy Diaz from the Tampa Bay Rays, another one of their infielders playing very well. And in the show, he's currently 68 overall, and his stats in real life don't really reflect those of a 68 overall player. He has a line of 289, 385, and 600, with 7 homers and 16 RBIs. His hitting stats in the game are pretty garbage, so they should bring him up a bit, in turn bringing his overall up. Our last third baseman is going to be Mike Moustakas from the Milwaukee Brewers, who's starting to play a lot more like the Mike Moustakas of old. So far in the season, he's doing pretty well, with a line of 274, 365, and 583, with 7 homers and 15 RBIs. Playing a full season in Milwaukee should be beneficial to him, as it's a much more friendly hitter's park, so I think we'll see his numbers get better and better, and his overall increase. Moving on to the shortstops, our first player here is going to be Trevor Story from the Rockies, who's gotten off to a really nice start so far this year. He has a line of 300, 366, and 555 with 7 homers and 19 RBIs, and he's currently sitting at an 83 overall, so I don't think it's too unrealistic for him to have the possibility of going diamond. So definitely keep your eye on him for the future. Our next shortstop is going to be Tim Beckham, who's at this point got to be one of the most surprising players of 2019. He's gotten off to a very good start this year, hitting 286, 359, and 533 with 6 homers and 19 RBIs. He's been a pretty big part of that Mariners lineup thus far, and we should see an increase on his hitting numbers in the game. Next up, we're going to be moving on to the outfielders, and of course the first player we're going to be looking at here is Christian Yelich, who's already a diamond, but he's been playing so off the charts good that I can't leave him off this list. With the way he's playing, he's going to continue to get upgraded until he eventually peaks out at around Mike Trout level. But he is just doing absolutely ridiculous things right now. Next up, we have everybody's favorite outfielder, Joey Gallo, the absolute glitch from MLB 18, and he's actually putting together a pretty nice season so far. He finally picked up that first career sac fly. So far this season, he's hitting 259 with an on-base percentage of 385, so he's showing he's actually a pretty competent hitter besides hitting just home runs every at-bat. If Joey Gallo continues to make contact consistently, then he's going to be due for a very nice upgrade. The next outfielder we're going to be looking at is Eddie Rosario from the Twins, and he's gotten off to a very good start this year power-wise. He already has 11 home runs and has a slugging percentage of 643. So I think we're going to see him get a boost to those power numbers, and therefore a slight overall upgrade. Our next outfielder is going to be Michael Brantley of the Houston Astros, and he too is off to a pretty hot start this year. So far, he has a line of 312, 361, and 866, along with 5 homers and 18 RBIs. I think with stats like these, we should be seeing him go gold as he's already at 78 silver, and I think we're going to see him make the jump to gold very soon. Next up, we have Brian Goodwin, who's sneakily off to a very good start this year, as he has a line of 329, 422, and 539 with 3 homers and 10 RBIs. He's been doing a nice job so far on the Angels, and considering the fact that he's only a 72 overall right now, I think we're going to see him go up. And our last outfielder is going to be Sin-Soo Choo from the Rangers, who's playing like the man that earned that big contract. So far this year, he's hitting 330, 420, and 577 with 3 homers and 11 RBIs. He's off to a really nice start this year, and there's no way he's going to stay at a 73 overall for much longer. Next, we're going to be moving on to starting pitchers, and the first guy we're going to be looking at is Marco Gonzalez from the Seattle Mariners, who at this point is pretty much their ace. And he's been really good for them so far, sitting at 5-0 with a 2.80 ERA and 45 innings pitched thus far. He's definitely performing a little bit over expectations, and if he continues to pitch well, it's possible he could make the leap from a 77 overall into the gold tier. Our next starting pitcher is one of the most interesting men in all of baseball, and that's Trevor Bauer from the Cleveland Indians. And if you read that Sports Illustrated article, you would know that he's been working on that changeup for quite some time, and it really seems like it's paying off for him. So far on the year, he's 3-1 with a 1.99 ERA, with 45 strikeouts in 40 2/3 innings pitched. He predicted last year that he was going to win the Cy Young Award, and if he keeps pitching like the way he has so far this year, then that's definitely a possibility for him. I think it's also very possible and likely that he's going to be going diamond at some point this season. He definitely deserves the upgrade. The last starting pitcher we're going to be looking at is German Marquez, who picked up right where he left off last year, and so far this season, he's 3-1 with the 2.54 ERA, with 37 strikeouts, 39 innings pitched, and ever since the start of the second half last year, he's been absolutely lights out. Pretty soon, he's going to go gold,
because of how well he's been pitching, so he's definitely a guy I would invest some stubs into. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content like this. And let me know in the comments section below, what players do you think will be getting upgraded this Friday? As always guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm out. Peace.